This comes from the Heritage Foundation. I just pulled some data about their ratings, and this is very interesting. They get a 99.9% rating for business freedom. It is one of the few countries on the planet Earth, if not the only one, that you can literally start a business in a day. There's not a lot of red tape. They want you to start businesses there. They want capitalism. They want small businesses, and they do everything they can to help you start that. People, when I was on the planes going over there and back, what was amazing, there's a lot of 65-year-old plus couples and widows on the plane, and it's just an observation. But when I was talking to these folks, they're going to visit their children because the situation in the United Kingdom is so bad that many of the kids see opportunity in New Zealand that they do not see in Great Britain. So many, many kids, there's a mass exodus from the UK to a place like this where you can actually get land, where you can have a farm, where you can start a business, and they can't do that in the UK, where they are increasingly having problems with cultural differences and political correctness. And one of the stories that I was told there was that they had a situation where they were going to bust some criminals in London, and these criminals had certain religious beliefs, and so the cops couldn't bust down the door until they took their shoes off to bust down the door. By the time they got their shoes off and busted down the door, the criminals were long gone. But this is the kind of stuff that is plaguing parts of Great Britain and not as much of a problem in New Zealand. 95% score on private property rights, 93% freedom from corruption. It's one of the least corrupt countries, but they still have it. I'm not trying to say they don't. In fact, one of the big, funnier stories that happened while we were there was that the head of the Maori Party in Parliament had gone to a conference over in Paris. But he didn't go to the conference meetings. He took his girlfriend and went to the Eiffel Tower and several other places. And on the way back, he went to Hawaii and saw a bunch of things at the taxpayers' expense. And when they interviewed him about it, his comment was rather fascinating. He said, when am I ever going to get a chance to go to Paris? So he was kind of indignant that the taxpayers would be upset about why he was there. So it was kind of funny. 86.8% on trade freedom. They took 10 points off for non-tariff barriers to imports. They're not tariffs, but they're fees and different things they charge. Their top income tax bracket's 39%. It's down 1% from last year. It will go down another % this year. This is one of the things that the National Party is doing. They're trying to lower those income tax brackets. It's also striated, so up to $75,000, it's 1 point above that, it's 39%, but you only pay it on the difference between. So between 40 and 75, it's 1, and 75 and above. Government spending is a whopping 40% of GDP. That is one of the problems. It actually led to the Labour Party being thrown out of power.